Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and it has been a day, a day and a half, and I know I've upset a great many people. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I can tell you, just surprisingly, I apparently inadvertently upset people I did not mean to upset, and it could have been that I was feeling a bit defensive is probably a strong word, but okay. Basically, last night. The thread of mine of comparing photos back and forth. Remember the photo video of the iPhone versus the Samsung. I posted some of those photos on Twitter, and people had an absolute fit because they just could not believe that the iPhone actually took a shot, and that it took, or that it was taking the shots that I was claiming it was taking. I'm like, but it did, and it is. The video, the roundup is going to be going public tonight. The video review of the photos going public tonight. So then I'm sure all hell's going to break loose. Yeah, my mentions exploded. I mean, they're just people took it personally, and so I think I was in one of the quote tweets because I didn't engage with a lot of them, but I got really pissed, very pissed. And I feel like I probably let my emotions get the best of me. And I tweeted something that, I was trying to be sarcastic, but it may have come across as rude. And I know I lost a couple of followers for it. I know I did. And people that I would never have meant to offend, I know I did. And unless I'm not going to chase them down, unless they tell me why they decided to do what they did. Basically, what happened was I think they blocked me, but then unblocked me, so basically we stopped following each other. So they stopped following, but I wasn't blocked, I was just unfollowed and forced to unfollow them. So that sent a very clear signal. One individual who used to hang out assumedly in this thread was actually, I thought, a pretty positive influence, so he's probably never gonna listen to me again. I made the apology, I posted, I deleted the tweet. Let me tell you, if you look at my mentions, and I'm sure neither one of them really bothered to do that, because if they did, then they would understand just how far I was pushed. I mean, it's still going on. Like, I was accused of cheating, accused of clickbait, accused of faking, accused of doctoring. I'm like, I can't prove a negative. It happened. Luckily, Max Weinbach from Android Police jumped in and basically said, hey, I don't know why everyone's getting all over Chris Perillo, because this stuff happens with the iPhone. So it was drama. It was a whole bunch of drama. And I did my best not to engage with the bulk of them, because it just wasn't. It wasn't.
Davin Thiji just resubscribed for 2 months.
Thank you, Davin. So anyway, I feel bad. I feel bad that those two individuals felt like that we needed to unfollow each other, and I have a feeling I know why. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll never know. But unless they ever tell me, I'll never know. I'm not going to chase him down. I'm not going to ask why. Can't make assumptions. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't think it was because of what I've been saying. I think it was specifically because I believe, and I could be completely wrong. I only noticed when I went to message one of them, and I couldn't. I'm like, okay. And then so I went to message someone else, and I'm like, I couldn't. Like, all right. So be it. Some people, are very sensitive to that stuff. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that it got the best of me. And I promise that I'm going to try to do better. But let me tell you, if you've ever been under, I will say attack is the right word. I don't feel personally attacked. But I mean, it was like, if you look at the tweets, if you look at my mentions today, seriously, like my integrity is being called into question, the doctoring the images, not knowing how to take a photo, You know, just being another tech reviewer. I'm like, first of all, that pissed me off. I'm like, I'm not a tech reviewer. Oh, he's just a tech YouTuber. I'm like, I'm not a tech YouTuber. So that pissed me off more than anything. Like, you call the question my integrity, I already know where I stand. But either way, that was like, oh man, okay, well, out of sight, out of mind. So, either way, the pumpkins, I think, are finished because I don't have any other faces to print. So thank you, Fix'em Dude, for fueling the Star Wars faces, which worked perfectly. I printed with a Jesse PLA the stem. I need to glue them in now because they'll pop out, so I need to go get the glue. But today, you can see that. This is working here. Okay, everything's working. Yay. Wow, the Apple Hardcore fans unwilling to see bad things with... Oh, Krillin64, just go look. I'm serious, dude. Like, my stats, my analytics are through the freaking roof. Like, just beyond. So, I imagine when my long-ass, hour-long photo comparison, remember the one we recorded the other day? That's going public tonight. And then, of course, the video one is going public the day after. So, it'll be going public tomorrow. Tonight, I cannot believe... and by the way, Davin the Geek, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. That's awesome. Really appreciate that. Tonight... I'm going to actually try to push through my iPhone review. It's going to be, I mean, it's middle of the road. I'm not thrilled with it. I'm not extremely disappointed with it. I'm just, it's an iPhone. And if that's enough for you, great. But I don't think that this is the second coming. The first iPhone was outstanding, but we've reached a point with a lot of these devices that there's a law of diminishing returns, and because I don't like the software experience, a lot of the experience is watered down for me, and I really did not have a good experience with the cameras, and I wasn't cheating anything, despite what people were saying. So, you're sure Apple can tweak the software? Yeah, future, there's no doubt. I have no doubt, but, like, I can't wait to post something a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, because everyone's doing it now. So if I wait... So the way I look at it is that when the Pixel 4 or when the Pixel 6 Pro is released, then I'm going to basically I'll do the side-by-side. So if they have made improvements, great. If not, I'm like, it is what it is. The same thing with the next Samsung. I feel like I'm going to be wanting to try that as well. So I'm gonna run things through their paces. Walk through the paces, go through the motions. Mixing metaphors again. Don't buy hardware today based on the promise of software tomorrow. Kurt, do you remember me saying that like a decade ago? And it's still very much, I mean, for as much as I've changed, I haven't. Like, there are certain things about me that just have not changed. Fundamentally have not changed. At all. Oh, Devon, thank you for liking the video. And someone commented, Mohammed Ahmed said, people need to realize that Apple teams need some sort of criticism, maybe feel shame publicly over what's really can be a defect compared to, let's say, an older phone model photos output. Like this over HDR sharpness issues as an example. I wrote this comment last year when DxOMark released their iPhone 12 review about how the HDR3 over sharpness was so much in the processing pipeline that it made portraits and text edges feel old and digital and muddy. Didn't resolve it this year with HDR4. Dude, that's horrible. So it's like, I'm going to get taken to task on something that all I did was take a picture. And I'm biased for taking a picture. Literally biased for taking a picture. You can imagine my anger today. So I did my best to contain it, and I felt like I punched down, and I shouldn't have. But I look at my mentions and tell me how far you would get without just table flipping. Seriously, go look at my mentions. Yeah, Marquez Brownlee, Jofo, ask Marquez Brownlee who was around to inspire him when he got started. Go ahead, ask. Just ask. So, I've been saying these things since long before the world knew the amazing things and the amazing person that Marquez is. This is not new. They are what we... What's the Yoda quote? They are what we live beyond... No. They are what we live beyond? What's the quote from The Last Jedi? God, I can't remember, but it's so appropriate here. You're reading them again after the reading this morning. Oh boy, it only got worse. Kurt, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's exactly what I'm saying. It just got worse and worse and worse. And if you didn't see, if you weren't in the muck, I mean, it was all it became personal. I'm like, I'm not. These people are just like way too invested in this stuff. They thought they are who we thought they are. No, they live. They are who we live. Oh, God bless it. Hang on. Yoda quote. Last Jedi. This is like the most appropriate. They are what we live beyond. We are what they grow beyond, or something. We are what they grow beyond. That is the burden of all masters. I'm not calling myself a master, but we are what they grow beyond. So it's saying that they become greater than us, and that's great. I mean, it's that's the cycle, right? So anyway, morning. The trouble, Chris, is your name, Chris Pearl. I know that's exactly what the problem is. We are what they grow beyond. That's the most appropriate, I feel the most appropriate term. Hey, HPLR, welcome to the Play Shop. Tonight we're going to be doing an iPhone review. Can't believe I'm actually going to do this, but No More 3 comes in with a comment. The truth hurts. It does. But it's better to face the truth. Some people don't like the truth. It could be scary to them. One moment. By the way, a little update for everybody. My brother Adam installed some bidets, so we now have bidets in the house. I'm like, okay, I tried the bidet, and I'm like, this isn't too bad. This is not bad. And so we're gonna get bidets installed in every toilet in the house, and it's only like $40, but I'm like, okay, I can see why people like it. He did a good job installing them, and I'm like, I couldn't do it, that's for sure. And by the way, I posted in before the stream, or right when it was started, I did another side-by-side. There's another side-by-side there. I posted it. This was a Pixel 4 XL versus the iPhone. Like, it's just night and day. I mean, hey, I know some people like the image that they like, but like, to me, I'm like, I would go with one image over the other. Like, there's just, I just said, here we go again, without posting on that link that I just tweeted, without posting anything. But without saying which one was which, without even saying what I was doing, right? It was just kind of, I was sounding like I was taking pictures. I was like, oh, let me see how let's see how it fares. But that's the Pixel versus the iPhone, and yeah, it's a throwaway shot. But I figured, all right, I'll give it a go with the iPhone. I keep wanting to like the camera, but I don't. The video, far and away, like, fantastic. The video output is great. The funny how they know which one is the iPhone. Fix them, dude. This one is like, I didn't put anything on it, so they could say, oh, that one's obviously Samsung and that one's obviously the iPhone. Interesting quote, because the guy who invented Android worked and learned from Bill Atkinson, who built the majority of the graphics software for Apple Lisa and the Macintosh. I did not know that. Or if I did, I totally forgot. Andy Rubin, I believe, basically created Android. It turned into something that was nothing like what was created originally, but does the Apple camera... Dude, the Apple camera is awful. Don't say that on the internet, because they will come at you. They will come after you with a vengeance. Because if you look at my mentions today, like, can you link off to mentions? How do I link off to, here we go, twitter.com, Chris Perillo. How do I profile? How do I look up mention? How do I search for mentions? Search filters. People from anyone, location anywhere, no. All these words, exact phrase, these hashtags, no. From these accounts to these accounts. Mentioning these accounts. Yeah, just look at, here we go. Advanced search. Mentioning these accounts. Chris Perillo. Search. Okay, so scroll. Oh yeah, this is not showing any of them. Wow, I was like, There's no way for me to link it to your mentions, or link the mentions to you, unfortunately. I don't know why I can't. Thank you for following Artigil. Welcome to the Play Shop. The orange pumpkins cracks me. Fucho. But even with the orange pumpkins, like, do you like orange or orange? And, like, I honestly, in that case, I thought the orange was amazing. Speaking of orange, I got some orange Jesse printed solid Jesse PLA Brad's orange glitter. He sent another spool because I was almost out. Really appreciated that from David because it makes for the perfect little pumpkins. And look at the little stem. That's the Tan 64. So it's a Jesse PLA day. So while I've got the Jesse PLA on the printer, or this particular the Tan 64, I'm just printing some Perillo coins, also modeled by Superstar Rockstar Fix'em Dude. Lars Zeus says, "Damn, it's dangerous giving an opinion about phones now." Oh, Lars Zeus, I seriously got torn a new one, and I'm like, I'm taking it, as best I can, but I'm just like, people are just like, seriously, if you look at the mentions, if you look at the threads and the quote tweets and the mentions specifically on, give me a second, I'll link you to it specifically, and I'm not the only one. So the funny thing is, someone else. This is an issue with the iPhone. The issues that I was having with HDR is an issue with the freaking iPhone. So there's a link showing there's been an issue with the iPhone. But here's the tweet. If you want to know the tweet that basically launched 1,000 ships, it was this one. This is the Anomaly Tweet. And you might remember, I took one shot, couldn't believe it, and I took another shot, and it was fine. But it was like, I needed to show that shot happened, and it happened on the iPhone, and so I had to take a screen grab of the EXIF data. I redid the location data because I didn't need to geolocate everything because that's irrelevant in terms of everything that was the problem with the photo. But if you look at the replies to that tweet and the quote tweets, like the replies specifically to that tweet, not the ensuing tweets. If you look at the links to the comments there, like, it's just, if you scroll down, you'll see just getting ripped apart, like to the point where, like, I'm in Samsung's pocket. I'm like, I had to buy this. Samsung hasn't given me anything. Don't get me wrong. If they said, hey, here's a review unit, I'm like, yeah, sure, it'd save me $1,000. But I don't necessarily have a relationship with Samsung. They may end up quoting me. It's true. But it's not because I went chasing it. Literally, all I did was this. I took a photo, and I'm going to take another photo. In fact, I'm going to telephoto here. The dice. I got to get a better shot of those dice here. It's not a good shot. I'm going to take a picture. I need a good shot. Okay. Okay, there's that shot. And then, I used a telephoto, so. Dang it. I can't get close enough with the pixel. Alright, I'll have to do a 1. Yeah, I can't get close enough with the pixel. I wanted to do a pixel shot, side by side. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't get a 1-on-1 because it's like, this is a 3x zoom versus a 2x zoom. But like, even this is like the difference between, granted, I've zoomed in on the Pixel because it's a 2x versus a 3x, but the iPhone is overprocessed. It's still overprocessed, like dramatically overprocessed. Like the edges are sharp and harsh, and the colors are very, very, very vibrant. Versus a more understated, like, to me, and granted, it's just the colors of the dice are closer to the Pixel, and it's less. I mean, granted, the focus is not great because of the thing than the more dramatic iPhone. So anyway, but apparently doing that is just biased. Just remember, it's not a lie if you believe it. That was my inspirational quote tonight. Blame the A15? No, they need to work on the processing, and I don't know if they will, because apparently these issues were also prevalent in the 12. Doesn't mean I'm biased. How am I biased for taking a picture? How does that work, even? You're biased if you have a subjective opinion over which picture looks better. But merely taking a picture... I don't know. People bend over backwards to root for their team, but... Yeah. No. No. Not into it. Alright, there's that. I said that. So it looks like I'm going to have to do one-to-one photo comparisons between the iPhone and the Pixel. Oops, that was the wrong one. Let me plug this in. Let's go ahead and lay down the iPhone review video. Let's just get this out of the way, shall we? Before TLDR goes public tonight, the camera review, because I have a feeling I'm going to be, like, stomping out all sorts of fun people who already hate me. iPhone religion gaining ground on Christianity. I'm an atheist / agnostic. I don't know, there's a difference, but like, Kurt says my 12 Pro Max blows out any sort of bright backgrounds. It's awful. It's not surprising. They haven't fixed it at this point. That's what I'm saying. So I ran into those issues like over and over and over again. So it wasn't like an anomaly. That was an anomaly. But H. Plar says, "Whoa, this just randomly showed up in my feed. I used to watch you when I was 12, now 22. How time flies. Hoping the family are well. How's life been treating you? Pretty well. I'm doing TLDR again. Also posting inspirational videos to a different YouTube channel, so you're more than welcome to pay attention to those. Tonight, I'm 3D printing things just about every night. Tonight, I'm going to be doing the iPhone review clip to go to YouTube in 2 days. This may very well be one of the last iPhone 13 Pro Max videos that I do, unless someone says, "Hey, Chris, could you talk about this? Could you talk about that?" I gotta tell you, a lot of people really disappointed me today. I disappointed myself by making a comment that I felt crossed the line, and I'm willing to say, hey, I'm sorry. It was the wrong call. I was feeling emotional. It happened. I deleted it. I apologized. I took accountability. The people that need to see that probably won't. Some people just won't care. Ever since you got the green tint issue on your 12 Pro Max, I lost faith in Apple's quality control. Should have the kind of issue. I don't know anything about the iPhone stuff. I do, but like it's not my primary driver. I'll use it and mount it as the video camera, and maybe I'll end up doing a video on that, like how I'm using the iPhone 12 Pro or 13 Pro. Once I got the color calibration for the scene, I can explain. Here's how I'm using my. So I can explain how it is. Agnostic, don't believe you. Somehow I was linked to you through a Christian Twitch channel. Well, sci-fi, I don't care what other people believe or don't believe. I know what I believe or don't believe. People can like me and not be my religion. Just like you can watch me on a phone that I don't want. I'm curious as to who you really pissed off. It's a shame that people can't disagree on something. I don't know if it was a piss off or what, but I don't think I'll ever know. I really don't. Give me a second. Hang on. There you go, Kurt. Hey, Hollywood in 3D. Good to see ya. Welcome back. It's okay, you're still here. Thank you. And you're right, 1,000... hey, H. Plar, jump in on Twitter, because I don't have a lot of people that have come to my defense. Like, everyone, I'm just getting raked over the coals, and all I can do is take it, because what am I supposed to do? Just devolve it into ad hominem attacks? Which is tantamount to what I did earlier. Like, I basically said, oh, I used to follow you before I was annoying. And, I used to follow you before you were annoying, and I'm like, I was always annoying, Mr. Followed by 4 people. I was being funny, because he was only followed by, but I'm like, it was punching down, and I shouldn't have done it. But it felt good in the moment, and I felt bad about it afterwards. So I deleted the tweet. It was wrong to do. Happens to the best of us. Yeah. Don't use big words. Ad hominem is too big of a word. Sorry. Hey, Ashmo, good to see you. Love to the husband. It's a 4-follow tweet. Thought it was funny. Yeah, Cody120, it was funny, but to me it was punching down. And I shouldn't have done it. Mr. 4-follow. It was funny, but it was at someone else's expense. And I was just so... He literally comes at me. He attacks me. And I'm just supposed to sit there and say, you're annoying, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it just pisses me off. Like, no one's standing up for me, and I feel like I can't... What am I supposed to say to that? I mean, I ignored most of the... So there were some trolls today, and I ignored most of them, but, like, what was I supposed to do? So, I don't know if that... I don't know if that what was going on, but... Yeah. He says he loves me too. Oh, awesome. Either way, we're going to lay down an iPhone review video. I can't believe I'm actually going to do the trip through this. I'm sure it's going to engender a ton of hate. Every time someone attacks me on YouTube, I correct their grammar. Yeah, it's easy. That's low-hanging fruit. I hear the high ground is advantageous. Yeah, I never take it. I was never a big believer into when they go low, we go high. I'm like, no. When they go low, like, we do our best to know they're going low, but that doesn't mean we have to have a superior attitude. Right? And try to dance around, because they're still going to go low, and they're going to try to drag you down, and that's effectively what happened. It got the best of me. It wasn't that bad. We all have those moments. I didn't think it was horrible, but it was punching down, and I shouldn't have done it. It came across as arrogant, and I don't like being perceived that I am that way. And that kind of tweet it was right in that mix. I don't know if that was the thing. It was something else. I don't know. Hey, Eclipse Empire. Looks like you missed an eventful beginning. Oh my God, Eclipse Empire. I got slaughtered on Twitter. Oops, sorry. That was one of our followers. Someone who I must have upset, and I didn't mean to. Let me see if I can find the tweet that launched 1,000 ships. This is the tweet. Sorry, I thought I had the right one on the clipboard. Right there. There's the tweet. Chris for president? No. Anyway, take a look at that tweet, and specifically the replies. Everything in that thread, H-Plar, Apple's UI and UX design have been horrible since iOS 7. I'm trapped in the ecosystem. H-Plar, I got out. Went to the Pixel. Not thrilled with the Pixel. And I mean, I believe I'm going to float to the 6 Pro specifically. I don't know how much the software will have improved, because it may work well enough for me to overlook some shortcomings, and the camera output may be fantastic enough for me to overlook the shortcomings. But, you know, I feel if Samsung continues to improve their camera output, if they could come close to the Pixel, I feel I could get along with a Samsung product. I also feel I could get along with a OnePlus. If and when they improve their camera output, specifically with their new optimizations in software. So, New Future Tech, I can't say that a third-party launcher works all that well. It certainly doesn't. The third-party launcher does not work that well on the Pixel. There's a few different bugs that you can't work around, and it's annoying, because I'd rather have a third-party launcher, but not with those bugs in place. It's disappointing, but I don't really have that much of a choice. It's about the experience. All right. Let's go ahead and get going. Want something else about you? Open the control center. Look at the brightness slider. No. Don't tell me. La. I don't want to. H-Plar, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I've seen so much bugs, so much jank, so much hiccups. I can't. I'm done. I talked about this H-Plar the other day on the YouTube channel. If you look at the TLDR, playlist for iOS, either way. Oh, H-Plar, thank you for tweeting. I see your comment. Thank you very, very much for that. And as a product manager, I appreciate that kind of sentiment. All right. I do want to get this iPhone video gone, or out of the gate. This iPhone review video. Ignoring issues like this, how something like CSAM would have shipped. Pretty incredible. Sorry you had to deal with ignorant people like this. It was bad. Like, I mean, just, you need to go to iPhone photography school. No, I've never taken a bad photo. You must suck. You idiot. Delete your account. You know, I'm like, what do you want? I mean, I provided example after example after example of where this is just happening over and over and over again with the iPhone. No one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear it. It is what it is. I guess the phone is biased. Hey, thank you for following Drinka for years. Welcome to the Play Shop. It's utterly insane that people have this weird attitude toward technology. Now it means an end to the... That's what I'm saying. It's not a destination. It's an enabler for me. iPhone fanboys are going to fanboy. Hey, Hayes, remember the ironic thing. Yesterday's TLDR, talking about the 10 things I hate about the iPhone. Number 10, the apologists. Remember when I said that? And then literally, hours later, I got hit. And I'm like, it was just so... Isn't it ironic? I'm like... That's how it really happened like that. It literally was my, and then it was chef's kiss. Like, yes, that's exactly the problem. Thank you for
just subscribed.
Yamu Bass for subscribing with Prime. Very, very appreciated. By the way, we're past our sub goal. Sub goal was 500. But I was messing with the goals and apparently it deleted it, but I wanted to bring it back for the rest of September, so it's 550. Don't worry about that. If you want to sub, yeah, it'd be great if you did it in the month of September, with Prime. It's awesome. I really appreciate the support. If you can't take good pictures, why do the same pics look good? The Stormtrooper photos were epic. I'm like, I really like those shots, and someone said, no, you can't take photos. I'm like, this is good toy photography. Like, this is good. Do I think there's a chance I got a faulty device? Someone on Twitter mentioned that. No, and here's why. Because I've seen other photos and other reviewers showcase photos that had similar properties. And given that the same issues that I had with HDR were prevalent in the 12, there's no chance it's a faulty device. No chance. They need to optimize their algorithms. I just think that Google may potentially be further ahead in computational photography than Apple is. Or certain people like the way that Apple's doing things. If you are into portraits and faces and certain kinds of environments that Apple optimizes for, I'm sure it's great, but I don't. That's not me. I don't really take pictures of people, and even when I did, I didn't like the picture of Jedi that turned out. The pictures of Jedi that turned out. Yeah, the hardware design is absolutely top-notch. No doubt about that. iPhone HDR is overprocessed. You're like, dude, it was like, look at the most recent photo I shared on Twitter before the stream started tonight. Because I'm here every night, 6 p.m. Not usually talking about this, but you never know. I'm a variety streamer. Rickavelli says, I think this Pixel Pro camera will be the best camera phone yet. That's my hope. Because, man, I would be, for a good camera, and I felt this way about the iPhone going in, for a good camera, I would be willing to overlook a lot. And I did for years with the iPhone. But it got to be too much. And there were better cameras. So, that I feel that even though I'm not thrilled with the way Google's implementing Android 12 on the Pixel, I would be willing to overlook certain things about it. You take pictures of people? Well, that's funny. Google's camera technology with iOS would be chef's kiss. Oh, yeah, it would, but they're never going to go that way. Never going to go that way. I mean, they could, and that would go a long way, but that... Maybe if the Pixel dies, I mean, here's the thing, if the Pixel dies, because it could, then my hope would be that Google would take that technology and give it to the OEMs. Here, go, run with it. And that way the OEMs have a good starting point and can build on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Alright, sorry, I need to shut up and do this iPhone review, don't I? This review is going to be posted to YouTube in a few days after today. like a couple days. Let's go to the iPhone. All right. Let me get my crusty clock up. So TLDR will be public not long after I wrap this up, I hope. The TLDR for tonight. The camera, the long-ass, hour-long camera review thing. Here we go. Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. And today, I would like to give my review, finally, of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I probably won't stop talking about this device. Of course, I've been talking near non-stop about this device over the past week or so. I am streaming this particular recording, as I've been doing pretty much every night, on Twitch. I'm live every evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Links in the video description. Feel free to join the community there. You never know what I'm going to be talking about because I'm a variety streamer. I've done a lot of iPhone 13 Pro Max videos. I may do a few more, certainly future comparisons as new devices come down the pike. But I felt I needed to do my review. There's a lot to like and a lot to dislike. So I'm going to do my best to just give you my experience. I'm obviously biased. You're biased, in case no one's told you that. This is just what I've gone through. As a human being, I have a certain feeling about one option or another, and you're different. We can disagree on things, and hopefully that'll be okay. I found out today that some people did not like the fact that I did not like the camera on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I like the video output, but not the photo output. But apparently a lot of the photo issues I had with the 13 Pro Max were also prevalent in the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So it wasn't a faulty device, and it wasn't the fact that I couldn't take a picture, because side by side, when compared against other Android devices, the shot came out great and composed well, but the iPhone camera was absolutely not to my liking. If you did not watch the hour-long photo comparison test between the Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, it was a long video, but I did my best to show a variety of shots. I posted a few on Twitter. I got flamed nearly out of existence. People just did not like what they saw, but are you going to say that the camera lens is biased? I'm not telling you which photo to like better. I'm not telling you which phone to like better. I'm just giving you my impressions. And my initial impression was positive. I loved what I saw. It was a nice update, or I will say this, it is a nice update from earlier iPhones. Any earlier iPhone, specifically because of ProMotion. It cannot be, that cannot be underscored enough. ProMotion makes this device the best iOS device you can get. That's not necessarily an accolade, right? I'm just saying, in context, it's absolutely, it's the deal breaker for me, because when a device does not have a high refresh rate, or like 120 hertz refresh rate screen, where the display and the items on the display could basically run at 120 frames per second. So my initial excitement kind of wore off, because the more I used it, the more I felt not so great, because I am not a fan of iOS. I've made no secret about that. For you, I'm sure it's great. That's awesome. If you're locked that way and that's the way you want, that's cool. I'm not trying to take anything away from you. But to me, the hardware is spectacular. I mean, I believe that the hardware here is fine. It's the software that I have an issue with. So the initial excitement, once I got past that, the beauty of the screen, not just the brightness, not just the vibrancy, but the fluidity of the screen, I had to use the software, and kept using the software, and kept finding myself going, and not just because I'm used to Android and the variety of experiences on Android, because one Android device is not necessarily like another. I felt this way even when I was using iOS as a daily driver. So the initial excitement wore off. The feel, in terms of a device, it's hefty, but I don't mind that. I don't mind the heft of this phone. Would I like something that would be a little lighter? Sure, but it doesn't bother me. Just know you're getting chonky. And despite the bezel being less chonky, despite the notch being less chonky than previous generations, any notch is too chonky for me. Not a fan of the notch. I will say this, it largely melts away when you're using it, specifically with apps that have like an AMOLED dark mode, like in Discord, you could tap dark in settings like 5 or 6 times, and at least on Android, and it unlocks the AMOLED display, black display. But on a large enough device, you can get away with not paying attention to it. But it's still, I feel, the wrong way to go. It's just a temporary blip on technology's radar. For the design, as I mentioned in my the things that I like, I love the congruity, by and large, of how this looks, just like this perfectly shaped slab of metal and glass and whatever elements are in here. So I like the look, I like the feel, but I'll go back to say that it's not just what this is, it's what it does. And a lot of reviewers focus on what it is, and I want to focus on what it does, because that's what matters for me in experience. You need good hardware to have good software, but if the software doesn't provide you an experience that you want, it doesn't matter what kind of hardware you throw at it. This is why I'm not a reviewer, by the way. I suck at reviews. Even during this review, I'm telling you, this is not what I want to do. I love talking about things. This is why I'm streaming this stuff live on Twitch. But in terms of reviews, yeah, I know there are people out there who could probably do a better job with that, but I'm not as interested in as they are in reviewing devices, because I don't want to look at all the things. I want to look at the things that I'm interested in. In terms of the options, Apple has been layering feature upon feature upon feature upon feature for years, and it's nice to have new features, but the problem is they've been just stacked one on top of the other, and it just seems like this conglomeration of features that is just not just overwhelming, but just here and then here, but then also here, and then they added this, and then this is coming, and then this is going to happen, and there's no system. The system needs to be almost re-architected to accommodate what Apple wants to do with iOS. I'm sure that will happen sooner or later, but right now it just feels like a mishmash of features and implementation of features, and forget the design, forget the animation jank that is still present, forget the weird design decisions that they made that are incongruent or inconsistent. I've documented some of the stuff on Twitter, which is where I've been doing most of this, if not on Twitch. They're talking about it at least. But the options are there, but I'm not quite sure Apple's nailed the implementation unless you love iOS. That's the caveat. Responsiveness, and I think this is key for any device, spot on. The fluidity has been largely good, despite Apple not having implemented, or all third-party apps having implemented the ability to access ProMotion technology. They did it on the iPad, but for some reason Apple decided not to do that on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It makes no sense. But even not having that there, this is still a better device than previous iOS devices for the ProMotion display alone. Audio was great. Listening to videos, rich sound. I like the speakers on the iPhone. Not like I listen to a lot, but if I was needing to watch a video in a pinch and didn't have it on a TV or a tablet, having the speaker here would not annoy me as much as it would on certain other tablets that I've used in the past, Android tablets, for whatever it's worth. The cameras, I mentioned at the beginning, but just to kind of come back to this, I feel that Apple output on the still photos is optimized for scenes that I'm not taking. I was not as impressed with it as other people have been. I feel that I've documented this extensively in that dedicated video. Maybe I'll do another one of those when another camera gets released. They need to tweak their algorithms, their computational photography, their smart HDR4, which you cannot toggle on the 13 Pro Max. It was just off for me. I did not have a good experience with the still camera, but the video quality, amazing. I think I only had like one glitch when I did the sample video. The macro video capabilities of the iPhone 13 Pro Max, again, to me, that's a flagship feature. Love that. Video, awesome. Photos, I can't say that they were necessarily awesome by comparison or even standalone, and I will continue to share the shots that I've been taking. The battery life, I think it's fantastic. Gets me through the day. I mean, probably one of the reasons for the chonkiness, but yeah, I was fine. Like, I was able to leave it overnight, even on wireless network, and I think it dipped by like 1%. Like, that's awesome. So yeah, the battery life was ample. If I can get through a day or a couple days without charging, and I wasn't necessarily heavy using it every day, but I was taking a lot of photos with it. It was fine. The experience, and this to me is the bottom line. It's okay. The experience of the iPhone 13 Pro Max is okay. As I said before, it's the best iOS phone. That is an absolutely true statement. It is, because of the ProMotion display, because of the speed. But I feel that the software is the thing that, much like with the iPad, I feel the thing that I want Apple to work on most. Not the hardware. They've nailed the hardware. Like, just work on the software next year. Don't even release a new chip. Release new software. Just, I know it's different development teams, but that to me would just unlock the power and potential of the outstanding hardware that they put together. For value, this is where, you spend the money on a product. Are you going to get the value back? It kind of depends on what you want from it. But for me, the value is okay, because I plan on using it in the setup, and I will do a video on this separately. I plan on using it in my live video setup. So for me, the value was spot on. I knew I was going to spend money, and this is about the best iOS device that I can get, and I wanted to go with iOS because I like having one around, if only to test new features, if only to see if things have changed, if only to have and retain that experience. So I'm talking from a place of experience. I feel, though, that unless you need a high refresh rate display, the ProMotion display, the value for this device is low. You may be better served by a lesser iPhone or sticking with your current iPhone. The only reason I can see to upgrade, is if you do a lot of video, you're interested in the cinematic gimmick, or doing the ProRes stuff, and you need more storage, and or a faster processor. That the video makes sense to me, but also the display. If you're not interested in either of those two things, I'm not sure that the value would necessarily be there for you. I am kind of interested in it, so the value is, right in the middle. Things I like. In a nutshell, the TLDR version, general fluidity. Things I didn't like. The camera, the photo output, over and over and over again. Forget comparing it to anything else, just it alone. And iOS, still not a fan. Who is this for? People who want only to use an iPhone. They're in Apple's ecosystem. They don't want to leave. They're comfortable with it, but they needed to upgrade. It was an absolute good, solid upgrade from the old usability paradigm with the Touch ID button to the new Face ID paradigm, completely touch screen, notwithstanding. So that to me is if you're on that upgrade path, you want to stay in iOS, you're not Android curious, you don't care, you're fine with everything, software's not your cup of tea, or you're fine with the way Apple's doing software, then yeah, it's for you, or it could be for you, or any of the newer iPhones could be for you. I can say that for any one of them. Who is this not for? This is not for the average iPhone user who wants to stick with Apple. Like, even the people that are trying to get bragging rights, like I've got the biggest and the best and the fastest, sure, they're outliers. But for the average user, I think they could be better served by a newer generation iPhone, more so than this. This is overboard with the earlier caveats in the context. So that's not me. I'm doing my best to contextualize this for you. I'm not making any recommendations at all. I think you need to make these decisions for yourself. I also feel that you owe it to yourself to understand that there are better alternatives, and you don't have to stay on the same team forever. The only team that you have to be concerned with is Team You. Doesn't matter how many other people like it. Doesn't matter how many other people do their thing. It's about your choices and your decisions. I never want to tell you what to think. And if I have in the past, it was never intentional. Because you need to make this decision for yourself. But I feel I've said everything that I needed to say in this particular review, if you would call it that, and I'm sure you have plenty of other questions. If you want to see me do other videos on the iPhone, please let me know. I may consider it. I got a couple in mind offhand, but of course, as I said, I am streaming live on Twitch every day, not weekdays and weekends at 6 p.m. Pacific. Links are in the video description. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you, always. Okay. There we go. Thank you for following, Quellhorst. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Play Shop. Let's go ahead and turn that. You just missed the TLDR recording. I need to copy that over. I'm not necessarily going to go and process it right now, but TLDR may have gone public. Tonight's TLDR? Public, yeah? Stretch. And a posture check. Thank you very much. This dude just made a YouTube video live. Beast. Yes, Rick. Thank you. I'm sitting up straight. Question me had left a reply to the tweet. You had linked comparing the iPhone to Android cam, the one on the Google Pixel 4. Okay. I'll look. Thank you for the TLDR link, Liz. Good to see you. D. Randolph. Hang on just a second. I need to mute myself. So the new camera video's gone up. The hour-long video. I got the Brad's Orange Glitter. It's amazing pumpkin filament. I'm also printing with the Tan 64. Yeah, is that it? Yeah, I remember Tan 64. Tan 64 makes great pumpkin stems, David. It's just like, it was perfect. So I'm printing out more Perillo coins. And now I have plenty of pumpkin filament. Very appreciated, David. Your generosity knows no bounds. And if y'all are 3D printers, next time you get filament, head over to Printed Solid. And this must have been, I think, this must be on your new system, because this coil is nice. It's nice and clean and parallel. This must be on your new system. That's very clean. Incredibly clean. And by the way, I know I went over 10 minutes on the review, but I'm like, it's a review video, so I know people are going to watch it all the way through. Alright, I feel they're going to watch it all the way through. I'm trying to stick to 10 minutes for the average videos, but this one I was like, it's a review video, I have to be comprehensive. Oh, Fucho!
Fucko the Clown gifted Stream Elements a subscription.
What?
Fucko the Clown gifted a tier 1 sub to Stream Elements. They have given 35 gift subs in the channel.
Okay. D. Randolph says, show it next to one of my old spools so you can see the difference. I should. I should. I can see the difference. You love to give away Printed Solid gift cards. They rock. Well, there you go. Thank you very much for the support. Okay, heading over to the YouTubes to reply to comments tonight on the TLDR. Let's see how many people have a meltdown. By the way, if you decide to watch this video, please watch it all the way through. And the reason why is because the YouTube algorithm, I don't even know how many people are going to watch this all the way through. I'm really concerned.
Paceless cheered X100. Dr. Aldolf makes the best pumpkins from printedsolid.com.
There we go. TLDR playlist has been updated. So it's at the top. Let me get... Oh, I've got to get... I got to get the... Where's the camera first? Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you, Liz, for the link. I gotta get this over onto Twitter. Today's TLDR. Okay, give me a second. I'm getting it tweeted out here. Oh, I thought I copied it. Did not copy. There we go. iPhone 13 Pro Max. Camera. Oops. Cameras. Dang it, come on. Really? For real?
Fix some dude cheered X100. No, Dr. Andolf make the best pumpkin filament at printedsolid.com.
Oops. Ah, come on. Okay, this is just ticking me off. There we go. Hang on, I know we got
Randolph 1976 just gifted 10 subs.
Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. I'm getting this going, and then I'm gonna have to go get Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine. I'm getting this teased out. Thank you. I got it on Twitter. Thank you, Diana. And Diana's not been feeling well today at all.
Eclipse Empire cheered X100. I wonder if Palpy can take good photos.
I needed this. Oh my god, I needed this. I didn't even know I needed this.
Faceless cheered X100. Hi Jedi. It's a hype train.
Ooh, alright, so where are we on the hype train here? Level 4, thanks to Dr. Andolph. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna get frozen in the Force. Careful, honey. Yeah, I will show that soon. What? Okay, go ahead. Okay, you can read it. You can read the comic. Are you gonna show him the comic? You're not gonna show him the comic? Hold it up. Hold it up so you can see it. Well, back up a bit. Here we go. Back here. Let me show you. There you go. Back up, and then maybe like off to the side, and then smile into the camera. Here we go, like that. And then smile on the camera. Okay, hang on. Wait. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Hang on. We gotta get a screenshot of that. There we go. Hopefully a good screenshot comes out of that. We got a lot of crap on the screen right now. All right.
This is
Are you gonna do a comic?
Faceless cheered X100. Hi Jedi. I think you need a puppy. A puppy for Jedi Perillo. Woof woof woof.
Well, I'm just saying, okay, Jedi's leading the hype
Trend
train,
off 1976 cheered X100. These bits are just for Jedi.
Hype train. All right, everybody. It's on. No, I don't know if Emperor Sith the King's coming. If you're leading the hype train, are you leading it? You gotta talk to them. You gotta interact with them, hun. You gotta okay. Yeah. Here you go. Come on. You gotta sit closer to the microphone. The microphone's right there. You don't have to be right on top of it, but I'm just saying that's in that direction. All right, Jedi, lead the hype
Mark
train.
underscore and underscore NC cheered X100. Jedi gets a puppy. Yay.
Yes. What'd you do? What?
No more 3 cheered X100.
No, don't listen to the internet. Don't listen to the internet. They don't know what they're talking about. No,
Dark Toil Lord cheered X100. I look away for 1 second and all of a sudden we're in a hype train.
We got a High Republic comic. There we go. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Good showcase. Good showcase.
I was about to read it.
Yeah. Oh boy! Jedi! Eclipse Empire just
Eclipse
cheered
Empire
1,000.
cheered X1000. Jedi hype train is the best hype train.
Yeah! Yeah!
This hype train is the best hype train?
It's about the hype train. Let's get the hype disco light here going on. I forgot about the hype disco light. I always forget it. Usually remember.
Trendolph 1976 cheered X100. You daddy is hiding a puppy in the closet.
There we go. It's kind of... Well, I don't know if that's going to work. I think it's got to be like over here somewhere. Alright, Jedi, lead it, lead it. We're almost there. We're almost through level 4. You got a minute left. Or a minute and a half. There we go. Twitch, yeah. Come on, Jedi, you're doing it. You're leading this hype train.
I got bits.
Got bits. Got a lot of bits. Thank you for everybody for all those bits. Those beautiful bits.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bits. No more 3 cheered X200. Thank you.
It's a trap!
It's a trap.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going.
Look at this fire. Dark Toil Lord cheered X100. Let's keep this train going.
Keep going, keep going. You doing a magic trick?
It's gone. Poof, it's gone.
Oh my god, magic.
This is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. Now we got an Anakin Skywalker. We're at a level 5, hun. Look at that. You made it to a level 5. You got through a level 5. That's great.
Faceless cheered X100. Choo choo, time for a
You're
dance.
pretty good at these hype trains. You were like born for this stuff. It's outstanding.
Woo!
Woo, indeed. Keep going, keep going.
On.
All right, on. Got them on. Are we gonna change the colors? Yeah.
Yeah, to green, my favorite color.
All right. There we go. Going green. There we go.
And of course, the...
Yes. Yes, keep going, keep going. Remember, you're talking to them.
Hi!
Keep going.
I'm doing... Okay, I'll just do the rainbow later.
Yeah. probably a good idea. Because remember, you got to keep them engaged. You got to keep them engaged.
Right now.
Fix some dude just gifted 1 subs. Paceless cheered X100, hype time for a puppy for Jedi.
Did you get it?
He's looking at me.
How you doing?
Wait, I'm just going back.
Okay.
Is that the set?
What?
What is that for? What's that for?
What? That's okay. So this number here, that's the hype train. So
Dark
the more you get
Toiler
that bar,
just gifted 1 subs.
you get. So they just gifted subs. So you think every time you hear something talk over there, just go woohoo. So this is the bar. This is the meter. And the closer it gets, all the way, it's at 64%. But we got to get from 64% to 100%. And that's we're at a level 5. It says LVL5. So it's a level 4 hype train. Yeah. What, baby?
Where do I go?
What are you trying to get to? Okay.
No more 3 cheered X100,
You saw what,
puppy
a
puppy
toilet?
puppy
Yes.
puppy.
Because we installed the bidets. Yes. Okay,
So
but
I cleaned up my bum.
did you do it? Did you try the bidet?
What?
Did you try the bidet? Have you tried it yet?
What?
The bidet.
The
The thing that Uncle Adam installed. Did you try it? I didn't know if you tried it.
No.
Oh, you will. You will.
I'm gonna go.
Next time you gotta go.
Drandolph 1976 cheered X100, Jedi is getting a second puppy for the first puppy.
Puppy!
What? No, you're not gonna, there's no puppy. There will not
Paceless
be a
cheered
puppy that's gonna come out of
X100,
this hype train,
Jedi,
people.
time for a puppy. Puppy
No
puppy
puppies.
puppy.
The internet puppy
Puppies!
promise is
Puppies!
false.
I see puppies!
No
I
puppies.
like that one. I
No
like that
puppies.
one. I like that one.
No puppies.
Ah, puppies!
No puppies
Dark
whatsoever.
Toil Lord cheered X100, all the puppies.
No, yeah, they gifted 100 cheers or 100 bits. They're cheering. Correct.
Wait,
Keep going.
Wait.
We're at what percentage are we
wait,
at now?
I need to hear if they're saying something.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm
We
200!
Eclipse Empire cheered X200, puppy time.
Liz cheered
Puppy
200
time.
unicorn bits there, or 100 unicorn bits.
Oh my goodness, I love unicorns!
Paceless cheered X100, 100 puppies. Puppy 123,495,995.
I know.
Puppies!
No more 3 cheered X300, puppy.
Thank you!
Dark Toil Lord cheered X100, puppy.
Look, Jedi, it looks like we made it. We made it. We got through a level 5. You got us through a level 5.
Yeah!
Yay! You did it. That's good. That's amazing. We're at what percentage? Did you see the 100% there?
Yeah.
Hype train. Hype train success.
But I still wanna
Massive
be
hype train.
here.
So now everybody gets emotes. Well, honey, what are you trying to do?
I still want to be here.
You still want to be here?
Like, I still
Yeah,
want
but
you guys in
the hype
the
train. What do you mean you still want to be here?
Like, I still want to, entertain them.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I could... Dad, can
Yes?
I send them emojis?
You can, yeah. So, okay, here's how you send emoji. Okay, let's go. Oh, sorry. Oops. This is not. This is the easier way to do it. We're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna open up
Okay.
that emoji, and then I think you can wait. Hang on, let me see here.
Remember that?
If you double click one of them, then you can use that emoji. That's how you can get to the emoji. Thank you everybody for the hype train. Very, very appreciated. We've come back to our goal again. It's always awesome to do hype trains. Palpatine didn't make it this time, but you got a Jedi, so I don't think you can complain. I mean, I'm sure you could if you were on Twitter. That was what everyone was doing today.
How do I put it over there?
Double click it. So go over, no, the little one. Double click. Faster. Don't move it. Here, I'll do it. Okay. And then
And I can swipe down.
yeah, Jedi's learning how to use a Mac. She's finding all her favorite emotes. Everyone.
I'm chill. Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Like a villain.
Well, remember, hon, we are here for them. We are here for those people who are out there right now watching. So we have to remember they are our current focus. Or at least the things that we're doing is because we are here as they are here. We're spending time together. It's kind of important. You're getting a puppy. Is that a puppy explosion there? What is it? Are those all the dog emotes? Eclipse Empire found all the dog emotes. I haven't even had a chance to look at the YouTube comments. That's what I was going to try to pull up.
I want the banana.
Okay, double tap the banana then. Here. See here. Okay. And you want to send it? Lemon?
No,
okay,
wait.
okay.
I know how to do it.
Okay,
now.
okay. She knows how to do it. Let her do it.
Look, I did it.
You did.
Hot peppercini.
Yeah, you peppercini there, hot pepper.
Baby Yoda.
How did I not know
Yoda.
that?
Baby Yoda.
Thank you,
Baby
everybody, for your
Yoda.
support.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
Are they Baby Yodaing too?
Yoda. Baby Yoda.
Okay, baby. I'd like to try to get to the YouTube comments, if we can. So this is your string of emoji, and then Daddy's gonna have to take over again. What? Hey, you gotta ride the hype train. You got us through it. It was an amazing hype
How do
train.
I send it?
You press in the lower right-hand corner of the browser window. There's an icon, a purple icon that says chat. You press chat.
This one?
Yep. There you go. And those were Jedi's emoji that she chose for all of you. I hope you feel special.
They're like chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Chilling.
Okay. I'd like to, honey. Could I get to the? Can I get to the?
1
comment?
second. I just
Honey,
want to say goodbye.
I would. Okay, just say goodbye.
Bye.
See you. I already know that the video. Thank you. The long video tonight is probably not going to do well because it is so friggin' long. It's so long, a 50-minute video. But hey, can't say that it wasn't comprehensive. This is more exciting than Twitter mobs. Yes, it is. It is very, very much more exciting than Twitter mobs. So. Oh, that was timing. Timing was fortuitous. She will learn the ways of the Twitch. All right, let's go ahead and head over to the YouTube studio. YouTube studio. Whoa. Going into the comments. Can't believe I'm doing this again. Diving into the comments. Nirwan says, first comment, let's go. But watch the entire video. Mark H and NC, wow, what an awesome tech reviewer. Chris says, stop! Again, watch it 2-speed in the background if you are so inclined. The difference between the two phones were shocking. I feel like both companies just switched the features with each other. Samsung used to oversaturate its pictures, and now it's the iPhone. That's kind of what it looks like. From the comments on Twitter, I don't want a phone camera that requires so much tweaking to make it work. I know it's a pro model, but still, consumers shouldn't have to play around. No, it's not even the pro model. Like, it's the same software on other phones. I don't think the photos would be any better on, or any different, really, that much different on lesser iPhones. iPhone 13s, I should say. Feels like this phone is made for Instagrammers to use with filters. It's definitely contrasty. Maybe Apple assumes everyone is going to edit their photos. It's a terrible assumption, but I feel like in post-processing, you can tone everything down and make it better. Somewhat. Once details are gone, they're gone. I'm sorry if you're paying premium money for an iPhone. You want a premium camera. Unfortunately, iPhone Pro Max isn't it. Don't waste your money on the iPhone 13. The better options. Well, everyone wants something different. Kurt Grosser says, as someone who uses the iPhone daily, a lot of these shots are very close, if not the same to what I get. I always laugh at most people's reviews and how they get the absolute perfect shot. I use it as a point and shoot. Me too. I don't edit and then play with filters. It's important how bad the iPhone can be if you're not tweaking the settings or using an app like Halide to take your shots. Don't get me wrong, the iPhone can take good shots, like your pumpkin patch one, but more often than not, find myself disappointed in the quality of some of the shots it takes. It shocks me coming from an iPhone 8 Plus, which was ample at the time. Hey everyone, Chris just points out things about cell phones. He is not taking sides. Exactly. Thank you, no more. 321. Appreciate that. A couple more comments. Scott Jeton, aka Vendetta. Yeah. Very detailed review. I appreciate this. Sharing and hitting the like button as always. Thank you, Scott. And make sure, again, when you got the video pulled up, I know it's long, do it at 2x. The review is great. Thank you, Larzeus. What the diehard Apple users forget is that the device should be easy and straightforward to use so even new users get results. That's what I'm saying. Like, I use it as a point and shoot. If you have to learn to take a picture for it to look good, then it's not user-friendly. I'm sure Steve Jobs would agree. I am a point and shooter. Sometimes will focus on the object manually, but rarely do more than the default. It's the kind of person I am, people. Oh, okay, so I've got the iPhone video done. I will clip it out after the show. By the way, the long advice videos are going to be going up, I think, like once a week. I'll still be doing this 15-second clips, but the longer videos are going to be going up like once a week on some random day. I don't know which day it's going to be, and so I've got to rejigger that. Leaving a note for myself. See, I'm surrounded by all this technology, but I still use like old-fashioned notes. Ugh. Someone landed well. Yeah? And now we're all caught, like, the comments are caught up to a year ago on YouTube. I didn't reply to comments for ages. And they go all the way back, and now as far back as a year. Nothing new, though. You remember it better when you write it down, not type it down. Really? Maybe, because you're going through the process. Should we get Chanix Bro? Now would probably be the time, because earlier this year I wasn't doing a lot of the tech stuff that his community's interested in. Yeah, my concern with this long video is that it's not going to track well at all, because it's just so freaking long. But if it doesn't track well, then a lesson learned, and I won't do it the same way again next time. But for a live stream, it wasn't bad. I've got a sweaty phone here. I need a coaster. Luckily, I've got a 3D printed coaster right now. Checking the battery levels on my on the phone there. I'm doing okay. I actually took out all 3 phones today just to see if I caught any shots out there that I wanted to take, and I didn't see anything that I could capture. So I took it out, and I took them out and didn't use them. That raid was great last night. Which was the raid last night? Who did we raid? Oh, the game show guy. Yeah, and he knew me from Tech TV. That was really funny. Yay! Yay! Autobans! Yay! Did I add mass popcorn for finishing? Oh, I did not. I did not give popcorn, did I? So add points all. Everyone gets 5 million. Did I get the right amount of zeros? I think I did. There you go. 5 million popcorn. For the whole hour you talked? Oh my god. I wish someone would do tech stuff on TV. Sort of a tech something. Yeah, I know. Fix them, dude. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. Someday soon, possibly. By the way, George Lucas is going to be getting a Star Wars figure. Well, second one. He's had a couple before as like a stormtrooper, but now they're going to make a Black Series. I just linked in the chat. Just went through the whole video. Thank you, Avaline. I appreciate the view time on that. Given that I don't know if this is going to get viewed as much because it's a long friggin' video. And so it may get buried and people won't watch it and they're not interested. Oops, crap. Nope, Yeah, it is definitely not going to engage with 9 out of the ranking by views, 9 of 10. Like, it's not going to, unless it bounces back at some point, it's probably going to be buried in a feed. So that's the thing, is I took 50 minutes to do something, and then I have to consider, all right, well, the next time I need to do a photo comparison, how could I do it more efficiently, quickly, you know, keep it to a half hour. And do my best. So I don't know. Or less, because I don't know if I can get through it in 10 minutes. Apart from just talking about it and then posting pictures on Discord or Twitter and doing it that way. This is kind of an experimentation. A long freaking, oh my god, a long freaking video. Almost too long. Thank you, Avaline, for the tweet. Maybe I suck at thumbnails. That's probably the biggest problem, is that I suck at thumbnails. Oh, speaking of the George Lucas figure, it is going to be tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, so I don't have to like be up super early. So 1 noon, 11, 10. So 10 a.m. tomorrow, George Lucas. George Lucas figure. 10 a.m. Adding notes. Okay. I had to get that in the calendar because it's a pre-order. And yes, I will be getting 1 and 2. I did. I hate when I'm on with tech support and they ask me to do. Yeah, now it's 10 of 10. Yeah, this ranking, this is not gonna rank very well. This one's gonna be a toughie to take off. Yeah, I don't know if it's the thumbnail. I like the thumbnails too, but I don't know if it's the thumbnails that are gonna throw it off, or the length of the video is probably what's most devastating, or that people just don't care. It's probably more for search than it is for the feed. Let me try, because if people don't, the problem with YouTube is if people don't see it immediately, it's not going to get much, wait, hang on just a second. Let me see here. Camera photo comparisons, iPhone 13 Pro Max. I don't know what to title this thing. This may be it. It may be, at least I did it. Need more perspectives in tech like this rather than just basically doing advertising for the company. HPLAR, that's, you know, I feel similar. I feel the same way. I feel I owe it to have my own voice. HPLAR is right, though. And HPLAR, I don't think, was around when we recorded the long-ass camera comparison video. You know, that's the thing. You know, a lot of the videos that I see, they all start looking the same, and they all start sounding the same, and they are effectively, I mean, they're commercials. You know, people are saying, this is a product, and like, that's fine, but like, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just old school that way. I don't want to, you know, when I want to shoot a commercial, I'll shoot a commercial. You know, I just want to talk about a product, and I want to talk about my experience with the product. And if it's good or bad, you know, it is what it is. If I'm excited, not excited, the reason I got it, whatever. I just wish there was more of that, you know, and maybe it's that I like, of course I love video producers, and I'm not a video producer, right? Very clearly, I'm not a video producer. But I like that they take their time with it, but video producers, they're just pixel perfect in every possible way. And everything looks like an advertisement. Everything looks like a commercial. Everything sounds like it. And like, I'm sorry, but not everything can be amazing. I mean, maybe it is possible. Maybe these things don't have caveats and shortcomings and aren't for everybody. But I don't know. I'll say that about anything though. You know, I'm team me. And when I am biased, you know, and I have a clear position, I work for Intel. I am clearly biased for Intel technology. But I'm transparent about that. It doesn't mean that everything that I own is Intel. I mean, because Intel doesn't make everything. It just wouldn't be practical. But you know, obviously, I am going to be biased. But you know, I'll get those products because Intel doesn't just give you stuff. But I have been thinking about getting the and I got to figure out a use case for it. That Surface Pro, because of that high refresh rate. The promotion display. Kurt Grosser says, I quit watching reviews from everyone because they really do end up sounding the same. There's only so many times you can hear people saying something is good or bad. I honestly think the people who do watch all reviews are doing that solely to justify their decision when they find something that isn't good about the experience they're having with it. You know, I mean, depending on like I'm interested. Like when I'm interested in a device, then yeah, I'm gonna take it in, you know, from the, you know, certain sources. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's see what it is. Let's see what this is going to be like, especially at a distance. And beyond that, I don't immerse myself. Like when I've made my decision, I'm done. I don't watch another review video. I'm good. I'm set. Chris, have a long video and then subdivide to make highlights of long videos. Get more content out of it, reach all kinds of people. Oh, Avaline, that's not a bad idea. Maybe next time we can do Samsung versus iPhone portrait mode, or Samsung versus iPhone 1X telephoto wide angle. That's a great. Why didn't I think of that, Avaline? Why did I not think of that? I'm an idiot. That is an amazing idea. Has anyone tried the flagship LG V30? I think I unboxed it years ago. That was the one that Jedi had. Oh my god, how did I not think of that? I could have gotten like a week out of it. But the problem is I don't know how many people would be interested in it. You know, that it's tough to gauge that. But I think those are more palatable at 10 minutes a piece than one 50-minute video. A shootout. That's not a bad idea. So like, you know, the 1x lens, camera, telephoto or zoom, wide angle, if there's a wide angle, selfie cam. Everyone likes portrait mode. Night mode, night scope, night whatever. Overarching quality highlights. You know, like one of each as a roundup. It's not a bad idea. We knew that. I know, Krusty. I know you knew that. I just thought, I mean, I was like, I'm just going to shoot one roundup. Just make it easy. It was too long. I admit it. It was too long. I think the reviews beg a deeper question. Is it a reflection of what people want to see, or is it feeding people the idea? I think it's people want access, and that's what it boils down to. And I mean, I'm not gonna begrudge them that fact, but like, you will never get access. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I've been vocally critical for you know, in terms of products for years, and I got access. So it used to be easier to be honest and still have access, but these days, once you're on a list, like, you're never going to get access. You're never going to have access to the people you want to have access to. So despite me having feedback on the Pixel, like, I'm never going to get to a product manager. It's just never going to happen. Despite me having feedback about Apple's products, that's absolutely never going to happen. Or if it did, I'd be shocked. Microsoft, maybe, enough people, have forgotten what I said about Windows 8. I was right. I was right about Vista. I was right about 8. I was right about Millennium Edition. But still, no one wants to hear that, especially when that's your team. But I only push because I'm hoping for a better product. It's one of the reasons I love being a product manager. I'm hoping for a better product. Aiming for it. iPad OS is the only thing holding me back from going to the M1 version of the A12X version. I wonder if someone will report Mac OS. Kurt, or H-Plar, I did a video. It's going to be uploaded tomorrow, I think, for TLDR. I think tomorrow it's queued. The Samsung... No, actually, I haven't recorded it yet. Basically, me saying I'm switching from the iPad Pro to the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. I've effectively made the switch. The switch has been done. The switch has been made. So yeah, it's something that I kind of felt strongly about. And with iOS 15, it was just not enough for me. And so I got the S7 Plus, despite it being a year old. Is it the fastest on the planet? No. But is it suitable for my needs? It seems to be. It's not. It's definitely not perfect. It's absolutely not perfect. Hey Boaz. I was real? I thought it was just a bad dream. Yes, it was a bad dream. Go back to sleep. You got hit with an ad at the worst time? Oh no, H-Plar. Who knows? Oh no. Apple would put a kibosh on that real quick. Oh yeah, they would. But my feeling is, after using the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, it's just a mouth. These things are just mouthfuls. After using the Tab, I feel that Apple needs to do something very similar, like extremely similar to the Tab, because they have like Samsung has what they call Dex mode. And I'm in Dex mode right now, and I'm able to run multiple apps and windowed apps. But then when I want to go into tablet mode, I can flip to tablet mode. So it's very flexible. And this to me it's like these software components that are mostly missing from iOS. Or I'll put it to you another way: I can run Android apps better, and they look better on this device than iPhone apps look on an iPad screen. And despite its speed, it's just not enough. Despite the 5G capabilities, it's not enough. So I'm 5G-less on the tablet for now. I'm very much looking forward to the next Tab. I have a feeling I'm going to be a Tab user, at least for now. The jury's still out on the foldable stuff. I have yet to see a foldable in person, so I really can't pass judgment on the foldables. But my feeling is Google may go further to optimize and push for the optimization of phone apps to be, capable of like larger screens, like tablets or foldables. You basically do 90% of the graphic design work on the go with it. Wish I could do more. What's clicking? So, buttons. There we go. See if we have any new comments. Okay, Liz, I'll stop screwing with it. Jesse Moreno commenting, don't hate me, Chris. Don't hate Chris, only saying the truth about cell phones. Well, here it is laid bare. And Rustic Potato, the loss of detail in those 3D pumpkin shots on the iPhone is appalling. Maybe the camera is biased. Now I'm being sarcastic. But, you know, that's par for the course. Funnily enough, the most fun I've had with tech lately is building keyboards. Oh, interesting. Just got back from watching Shang-Chi. How was it? I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking any MCU. I haven't seen Black Widow yet, and I'm looking forward to that. Oh. H-Plar loved the movie. Probably some of the best fight sequences in any Marvel movie. Wow. Really? I mean, I like a good fight sequence. I'm not. It's not necessarily like the absolute must for me. What did I need? Oh, that's what I need. Late night last night, worth it? Well, yeah, with that raid, for sure. 9 minutes to go. Oh, thank you, Frank Murillo. I appreciate your support. Black Widow's really good. I'm looking forward to it. You're excited to see where MCU goes with the post-snap timeline. I haven't even caught up. I've been, like, the iPhone stuff really threw me for a loop, because I've had a lot of stuff happening lately that's not normal, or usual, I should say, typical. And, like getting a bidet installed. No. But I'm telling you, I now know why my brother Adam loves his bidet. Like, okay, I'm sold. I'm now a bidet user. Yes, Amazon, the Together service. What's the Together service? I saw they have a robot, but the inventors of the robots called it a privacy nightmare. So, or at least some of the creators. So I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not into a lot of that smart home stuff. We don't even have one of those Google Nest pucks. We have one. I just don't have it plugged in. What would we use it for? We don't use that kind of thing. And we tried. I had it like plugged in, but ultimately it didn't get used for anything. We either have our phone on us or something. Unless there was some. I liked using the broadcast tool. That was kind of fun. On the puck. But even like when it's time to listen to music, Diana will do another thing with the music. It's an emergency support device. That's interesting. Alexa Together turns your loved one's Echo into an emergency support device. Interesting. Checking in on a family member. That's nice. $20 a month is interesting, but I don't know. I've yet to really. I'm not an Amazon user. I don't get a lot of those smart home gadgets. So you want one in every bathroom, Liz? That's what's happening. We're getting one. So we picked up 2. I'm like, all right, well, let's just try it on these 2. And then I tried it, and I'm like, yeah, all right, we need this everywhere. So hopefully this will help Jedi too, because she has had some skin irritations in the past. So you have your IoT devices segmented on the network. That is very wise, Coda 120. Who amongst us does not? I just don't have. I really don't have any IoT devices, so to speak. You only use your Google Home thing for sleep sound? I miss bidets. I'm sorry, my brother missed having a bidet, so I'm like, well, we'll just get one. You're here. Yeah, I'll put it together. He did a good job. It was only like $40, and it didn't cost me anything to get them installed, so... Software developer, myself, friends, also software devs, refuse to use any voice assistants and minimal IoT. Some with smart lights, other with smart thermostat. Yeah, I don't have any smart lights. No smart thermostats. Very much looking forward to Matter. I've got a few, a few things that, like, I'm considering, and I was mentioning this to Adam too, my brother, like, I've got, like, the entertainment devices, right? The streaming TV devices. And I want to upgrade a couple of them, but it's like I'm waiting for a new cycle because one has been out for a while, or a couple of them have been out for a while, but I'm moving that direction with a lot of that stuff. What if Intel comes out with smart home devices? Well, they've worked in that category before. It's not for me at all. Yes, it installs easy. You don't need an electric outlet if you have hot, cold water nearby. The bidets that we have, we didn't have a hot water hookup. I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. It is what it is. I mean, the worst part about it is it's got this chonky, hose hookup, but the benefit is better hygiene, so it's a pretty good trade-off. If you're physically limited, voice assistants are good. Else, don't be complaining when you see ads for things you talk about, even when they're muted. Yeah, it would not surprise me. And we don't have a lot of those. We don't have any of those devices here that do that. And I mean, I can call me paranoid. Okay, call me paranoid. Just don't call me biased. Okay, you can call me biased. But only if you want. Diana said that she's making some popcorn. By the way, like I said, I've done. I think we're going to be moving the advice videos to once a week. We've got a few in the queue. I've got to figure out which day they're going to go public, and it may end up being like a Monday thing because people tend to like Monday motivation stuff. So Mondays we may end up doing the full length advice videos, or that's when they'll go public. Everyone seems to like the Monday motivations. And then every day we'll just be doing the regular TLDR, which is like, I'll have to figure out one tech topic or another, especially on the slow days. Especially when there's no devices. Those days do exist. Just don't know how to make my smart home stuff is safe. The safest device is the one you're not using. That's the bottom line. Like, I'm very cautious. I'm very careful. To the point where I used to have, like, tons of computers, and they were all, I'm like, I started slowly but surely, like, nope, elimination. And now I'm just down to certain devices. Now, granted, especially these days, like, okay, I'm testing this, I'm testing that, they've got to be online. yeah, I've done those kinds of things before, but yeah, I generally try to keep them lean, keep everything lean, mean, and clean. I don't like having extraneous devices around to the point where Liz may have been inheriting my current MacBook when I was, because I'm eyeballing the next gen MacBook as a replacement, and because I want a bigger screen, maybe certainly a faster processor than I have. But Adam, my brother's in the market for a potential new Mac. I'm like, well, see what happens, and I'd give him a fair price, certainly a discounted rate than compared to what I paid for it, and it would serve him, pretty long, and he'd benefit. And I'd just soon give it to someone, that I know, but if you could budget around it. But then I don't feel bad because otherwise, then I'm sitting on an extra computer that I'm like, I'm not using it. It's not for work. It's not for play. It's just there. And I'm kind of concerned about Apple's MacBook strategy now, because my fear is, because of how I use it, I know the speed is incrementally, better. I do wonder if I'm going to be upgrading those devices more frequently now. I don't know if I'm going to be upgrading my Mac more frequently, because it may not be the case. It may be that it's got everything I need, and that's going to carry me through for like 3 years. I leave you now for Robot Chris, who laughs at my joke. And then get Moose and Squitter. Yes. Okay, Boris. Abuse of power comes as no surprise. Some people are. Some people are really surprised when it happens. Checking comments. Nada. Nada. I'm kind of hungry though, so I'm gonna call Diana here. Give me a moment. Call Diana, because she said that she's gonna make popcorn. Oops, wrong window. I think she's feeling better in the sense that she's moving around. Oh, Diana Perillo did not answer. Well, that was kind of quick. Makes you kind of wonder, doesn't it?
Hello?
Hey, you said you were possibly doing popcorn?
Yeah, but you said it was too early.
Yeah, it's not too early anymore.
Okay.
Thank you. Please. Bye. Oh, Coda 120. I totally missed the that that poll. I don't know if I can copy and paste that. Give me a second. I can't copy and paste everything. Dang it. Wait, give me a second. Cool. Yeah, it won't let me. I can't see everything. It's yeah. This way. No, it's not the that's not the problem. The problem is that I can't copy and paste. I can't see the options because the field only allows for certain. Oh, there you go. All right, got it. No, you don't need to send it again. You're good. I just saw that it was there. Totally missed it. Well, Fix 'em Dudes coins are coming up awesome. Shock. Because they're good. They're just that good. I have nothing else on my radar. Like I said, I've been consumed. Jedi already showed you the High Republic. Oops. Hang on, I haven't seen Jedi's. Alright, that's a good tweet. Thank you. Let's go ahead and tweet that clip. Thank you, Liz, for clipping that. Sorry, just seeing it now. The internet keeps wanting to get Jedi a puppy. There we go. Thank you very much. Clipped. And posted to Twitter. All this puppy talk. Chris, please see Frank Murillo comment. Okay. Going to the comments now. Where? Where's Frank's comment? I don't know if I see it. It is not here. Unless it was already public. I don't see it. Unless you meant a comment in chat. I totally missed it. Oh, maybe you use chapters. Yeah. Well, I think... yeah, okay. I think what I'm going to do... Aveline made me realize I could have done it differently and better. Next time, what I'll do is segment out. Like I'll do a camera comparison. Like it'll almost be like camera week, right? On day one, it'll be camera versus camera, like 1x versus 1x. Outdoor photography, indoor, outdoor, and then portrait mode, or the different like night shots versus. And that way I can keep each one to about 10 minutes long and still do the kind of comparisons that I want to do. So that way they're just broken up over segments of time. So theoretically, that will work. I think what I'll do is when the Pixel 6 drops, I'll end up doing it that way because I think it may be a more reasonable way of doing it. You want indoor photography? Like people photography, there are commonalities, right? And I feel like I probably could have done it. I could have done that one better. Hindsight's 20/20, but it is what it is. Lesson learned. Apologies for the long ass video, but thank you for watching. Thank you, Jedi. Probably gonna be wrapping up here soon too. Haven't done popcorn in the stream for a while. How about? I'm still eating it. Tonight, I watched Foundation last night. It was good. I think it's off to a good start. I think I'll enjoy the series. I know that there's the morning show I want to watch, but I only watched the first episode of Foundation, so I may watch the second one tonight before the third one drops Friday. I gotta watch the next morning show episode, catch up on that. I still haven't started Doom Patrol Season 3. I've been waiting for that, so I've got that in the queue. Thank you for following NickTNT2. Second episode is a bit weak. Aw, man. First one was off to a rip-roaring start. I'm like, okay, I'm down. It's kind of like sci-fi Game of Thrones. Kind of. The ending on episode 2 is dramatic. Interesting. Out on TV is also great. Oh, really? I've not heard of that. Out on TV? What's that about, Liz? Let's see here. What else do I have to... I don't think there's anything on Netflix. Maybe some of the He-Man cartoons. But I've just been so consumed with this, that, or the other thing that I can only get through like one episode of something a night. And of course, Visions, as I said, was amazing. What else am I missing right now? I don't think I've recorded anything recently. I don't think I missed any Rick and Morty's. Or Robot Chickens. I gotta check again, but... I don't check those as often. I don't check quote-unquote cable TV as much. You know, those type of television channels. There's just not a lot that I want to watch. Episode 1 and 5 of Visions are your favorite? I mean, I love all of them. Like, some of them I like more than others, but man, it's great. Oh, mini series about gay people and the history of TV shows. Oh, that is interesting. Hey, Bringer PC. Did I see Rick and Morty bits with Christopher Lloyd? I did. I'm like, dude. He's the perfect Rick. Seriously, like, I could be down for a live action Rick and Morty. I guess, who was it? So, Daniel Radcliffe? No. Daniel Radcliffe, I think, was, I guess, tapped to play Morty in those live action, but I don't think he obviously didn't do it. Mr. Corman is terrible, but I'm still watching. Me too! I don't know why. I'm like, this is not that great, and I've kind of lost interest, but I kind of want to know where it's going, if anywhere. But I probably would not watch a second season of that. Yeah, Mr. Corman, I'm still watching. But it's probably a pass. Is Twitch, YouTube your full-time job? Have a 9-to-5 office job? How lucrative is streaming? Forces with you, it used to be my full-time job. I mean, maybe at some point in the future it could be again. It's going to take time to get there. That's why I'm being consistent. I'm showing up every night, hanging out, getting back into the YouTube thing after not really doing it for a while. The problem with YouTube is that I'm not a good YouTuber. I tend not to talk about one topic or another. And YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube wants you to talk about one thing. And so the problem with that is that people only want to hear me talk about one thing on YouTube. And I'm multi-dimensional is the wrong word, but multifaceted. So in order for YouTube to work, despite me recording inspirational clips to a different YouTube channel, I have to do tech videos. But you are on YouTube, so you are a YouTuber. Okay, fine. Not really. I'm also on TikTok. I'm not a TikToker. Also on Instagram. Not an Instagrammer. I'm on Twitter, but I am a tweeter. Morning show is getting better. More so in season 1. It was off to a good start. Dance for you? I don't TikTok like that. I'm old man TikTok. I mean, the funny thing is, the TikTok algorithm and the Instagram algorithm is just interesting. So, I'm up to 552 on TikTok. Yesterday's clip, 182. I haven't been that low in a long time. I'm like, what did I do wrong? But today's clip, 1975. So, it just depends on the engagement, right? Earth is flat, what? So, anyway, I'm getting decent engagement on TikTok for those inspirational videos. And so I'm building them up. I'm building TikTok up like that. In Instagram, I'm kind of rebuilding that way. Because I feel the inspiration, like today's Instagram, 3,000 views versus yesterday's 747. Instagram tracked a little better. But my hope is that I could use either one of them to get to people that don't know me. You know, because there are people out there who, there are more people out there who don't know me than do. And as much as the tech people still want to hear me talk about tech, I don't know if even investing the time in TLDR again, or the tech stuff, is going to bear fruit. I could be wrong. I mean, I'd be pleasantly surprised. I'm going to give it as much of a go as I can. I'm going to play within my means, shoot everything live to tape, and continue to refine. I know that YouTube could be better served if I had a video editor and a video production crew. But that's not my strength. My strength was never that. So I'm playing to my strengths. So my feeling is if I can make Twitch the foundation and everything else a benefit, but in order to get attention on Twitch, you gotta drive from external platforms. And so to me, I'm like back building, you know, a lot of evergreen content in separate channel like YouTube and or Twitch and Instagram or Twitter's it's got it, but Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter's a mishmash. It always is. It always will be. And then for YouTube, you know, I know a lot of people are going to start following me on Twitch because of what I do on YouTube. So my plan is to effectively do my best to rekindle's the wrong word, but you know, say that, hey, I'm still doing these YouTube videos. You may not see them because of the algorithm, and I'll do the best I can with it, but people now also expect a bunch of fancy B-roll from tech videos. Yeah, the force will be with you. It's never gonna happen with me. So, if you want live to tape, I'm your guy. But if you sit here and tell me, oh, you need to do X, Y, Z, I'm like, I'm not for you. I'm a variety streamer. I have to remind people over and over and over and over again. I'm not a tech anything. I'm a variety streamer. All the way. Back in the day, what was I doing? Streaming live on Ustream. What? Anything. I was a variety streamer. I don't get into fancy video production stuff. I know, like I said, though, I could benefit from a crew. Not just live production. I mean, because someone else could do the switching instead of just me, right? And go between camera angle and this, that, and we'd be able to do more, but it's not there right now. YouTube's a different game, and I cannot play to the way that other people are doing it. And I'm not sure. I mean, would I aspire to that? Yeah, I think I would. But then I would do it if that's what I would aspire to. I just feel my strength is more in conversation. My strength is more in live. Exactly. Welcome to Chris's Play Shop. He's a variety streamer. Sit back and enjoy the show. Precisely. Variety is the spice of life. And popcorn is the salt. Oh, Chris. No. Just checking for new comments. No new comments on the camera stuff. Not that I'm expecting a cavalcade, because it's... We'll see what happens, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, though. We're at the just past the 8 o'clock hour. TLDR shot in the can. My iPhone 13 review. That'll be going public day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, the video is my video the video experience, which is great. Big YouTubers will always once in a while talk about the grind of being a YouTuber due to all the editing and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Let me play to my strengths. My hope is that this community will continue to grow. That, you know, next year, instead of an average of 70 people who might be watching, maybe it'll be an average of 90 or 100 or more. And a good community, right? And the only way to do that is make people aware that it's happening. So it's consistency. It's driving people off network or from off network, and the best way to do that is YouTube. So I'm doing it that way. I'm like engaging on YouTube because that's where a lot of people see the videos. And the only ones that they're going to see are the ones that the algorithm chooses. So I got to play that game the best I can without losing myself. Thank you, H-Player. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope to see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Yoko streaming Halloween crafting. All right, let's give Yoko a raid. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Oops, I accidentally clipped that. We're going to give Yoko a raid She's doing the Halloween stuff. I think she likes the birds, the target birds. Anyway, I will see everybody here again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific. I don't think I'll be talking about the iPhone. No promises, though. We shall see. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you always. And now we are going to Tusken raid Yoko. Live and love you to Yoko. Give her a follow. She's an amazing person. Amazing geek. In 3. Thank you, by the way, Eclipse Empire, for getting those Perilla Raider emotes ready, and I think Kurt probably has them at the ready as well. Larzus, thank you for the Perilla Raider emotes. She knows you're coming. Keep her chatting. Keep her going. Keep her going. She needs it. All right, here we go. Tusken raiding Yoko in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry. I forgot. I have to, in the new system, I have to press the raid button twice. Okay, for real this time. Tusken raiding Yoko in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Yes, exactly that.